Hey everyone, and welcome back to We Seek Summits. And today we get to talk about an oil that's maybe a little understated.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to find information on this one. And the way I learned about patchouli, which is what we're talking about today, is actually wasn't from the essential oil, but those little incense sticks.
Yeah. This was very common back in the day for a certain reason. People of a certain generation.
But patchouli is a very, it's actually a base note oil.
Yes.
So it's a very woodsy, and we'll get into it here, but a very grounding, a very centering, a very physical oil that I think really has the most applications in aromatherapy. So this is kind of one of those oils where maybe some of the others, like oregano we talked about last time, can have some very targeted uses. This is one that just, it's kind of like, I enjoy it. You know, I want to diffuse it. I want to
get this
smell
one for the scent, and it does things like it's got amazing properties. But you know, we kind of talk about like if you don't have this certain particular oil, there are other oils that have similar properties. So there are other oils that have similar properties to patchouli. But yeah, this one is mostly just like people who get it because they love the scent. Now, so describe the scent to me. I did not know until we started with doTERRA that patchouli is in the mint family. I always thought it was kind of a woodsy something, but
yeah, but it has like some balsamic-y richness, some herb, you know, kind of that mint, herby
muskiness, musk.
Yeah, but in a good way, not like a dampness.
No, not a dampness, but it definitely, like Dominic said, it's a base note. So this is gonna be when you're blending, it's gonna like lend some kind of depth to your blend. You know, we use cedar wood a lot for that. That'll just kind of balance the blend and base note. Okay, so tell us. It took me a long time to find this, but it is sourced in Indonesia. So,
there you go.
Okay, so patchouli. Tell us about the chemistry.
Yeah, so this one is actually extremely high in sesquiterpene and sesquiterpenols, which are phenols, but they have kind of that sesquiterpene functional group with the aromatic alcohol. So really high in sesquiterpene chemistry. We're talking like 45 to 65 almost %, and there's a bunch of them. You know, real complex sesquiterpene chemistry.
And we talked last week that sesquiterpenes in the body, like, is it the awaken? Which one?
No, they're gonna like remove and restore things in our body.
Remove and restore.
But you also have all this phenol chemistry, so again, very cleansing. So this is an oil, when we look at it's very, lots of constituents, but when they fall into those two classifications, you're looking at a cleansing and removing oil that is very restorative.
Yeah.
And primarily restorative, like I said, in kind of that emotional space.
Yeah. This is one, when you're coming home from a long, hard day, pull out your patchouli. It goes really well with peppermint. And so you can, you know, put a little bit in each hand or make yourself a roller and kind of rub it on your temples. You could do like right here on your forehead and kind of press, roll it on the pulse points or on the back of the neck, and just take a moment and inhale and let it kind of ground and reset and release sort of the stress of the day, and get ready for whatever's next for the evening and enjoy it.
So it's like a decompression.
Yeah, decompression.
The other way you can go is if you're just feeling overwhelmed, go with some vetiver.
Okay.
Patchouli and vetiver is going to kind of help you with that anxiety of being overwhelmed and help support your frazzle.
And so kind of calm and ground, and then vetiver will help focus a little bit. Patchouli is a really great one to work into your like a yoga practice or any kind of a meditation practice that you do, or something like that, because for that same kind of grounding, centering reasons, the emotional health there.
Yeah. So what does doTERRA use patchouli in? Because it is in a few blends that all follow this same theme.
Yeah, so here we go. Anchor. In tune. And console.
There you go. So you can really see the theme with patchouli, and if you need to be grounded, you need to be centered. And I'm gonna jump to the aromatherapy, and I get to do it this week. And it's actually described as the oil of physicality.
Yeah.
And so what it is it's this very centering oil in that it helps you emotionally just accept your body and accept anything about it, you know. So maybe when in meditation or in yoga or in Tai Chi, it's that connection with your body and understanding the movement and kind of the brain muscle connections. And you know, some of these other oils I think speak more to maybe our spiritual side and things, but this is really about like being grounded, being in the moment, understanding the situation. And so I'm actually like really loving patchouli. Yeah. And I don't think we've used it, but we've used it for our kids in some of their nightly, in their sleepy blends. And I'm seeing why. You know, it's this great, and it just has phenomenal sesquiterpene chemistry. Yeah.
And also athletes, you know, athletes love peppermint because it's kind of awakening and sharpening. And so again, pair patchouli with peppermint for that, like, again, that just kind of, because when you're an athlete, you don't want to be thinking about what your body's doing, right? You don't need to think about the mechanics, but you want to be in tune with it and feeling it and in the moment. So we're gonna incorporate this more in athletic performance.
So I think we've covered all the emotional benefits. What's some of the things we can do with patchouli?
I forgot, it is in one more blend, which is Whisper, which I have to tell y'all was the one that I did not care for, but it is amazing, complex balance of chemistry and scents, but it's specifically designed to be a woman's scent, you know, to mix with your body's chemistry and put off a unique scent. And so we say all the time, ditch those perfumes, like get rid of them. You could try just patchouli, you could try patchouli and vetiver, you can make your own. There's some great musky,
or I would say for gentlemen,
cologne recipes.
A cologne which we just tried is patchouli, fennel, and lime. Yeah. And go about twice as much fennel and lime as patchouli.
Three parts lime, 2 parts fennel, and 1 part patchouli.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. And then you kind of have this sesquiterpene chemistry, then you have the lime with the monoterpenes, the limonene in there. And so you kind of get this very balanced oil, and it smells amazing. You get the high notes, the low notes.
And patchouli helps with deodorizing, so.
Yeah, so it could be great as a cologne or even in a deodorant blend, or you can even take them internally, because patchouli is safe to use all the ways and for neat application. So you could take this internally if you're someone who just smells. It could help. I mean, it can't hurt.
It's beneficial for digestive health too. Mouthwash, or make your own mouth rinse. It's kind of one of those, you know, we're talking about all these motion benefits, and like, it'd be a great mouth rinse. So I love doTERRA's mouth rinse, but if we're trying to move away from like the packaging, and so if you're wanting to make your own, you could do a little bit of baking soda and peppermint and patchouli and do a mouth rinse. That recipe is on the doTERRA website. You can search for patchouli.
Yeah. And just circling back to some internal use applications, combining, fennel I already mentioned, which is a great one, but ginger is another really good one for digestive support. So patchouli and ginger not only is going to help your body just naturally detoxify, but also help with appetite. So while grapefruit is a great one, and kind of the citrus to deal with, I think we described it as a healthy relationship with food, patchouli and ginger are really going to help with maybe you ate something you shouldn't, or you kind of need to detox a little bit from it. Those are great oils to kind of help with that. Yeah,
and skin, of course. The majority of essential oils I feel like are great for skin benefits. Patchouli in particular helps decrease the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, but also kind of bring like a glow, sort of a livening to the skin. So, you know, as well as everybody's skin is a little bit different, so you got to find your personal skincare routine. So kind of experiment with it. What you could do is like, so ladies, I don't know if men moisturize. Do you moisturize?
I don't.
You don't moisturize. Okay, you don't moisturize. So ladies, if you take your moisturizer and put, you know, a couple, like a drop or 2 in there, and then rub it on, and you do that for a few days and see how you like the effects, and experiment with something else. But patchouli is definitely one that's great for skin.
Great.
Moisturizing.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this one is pretty straightforward. Good for blends. It works really well with the woods and the florals. And yeah, if you've got something that's like a little bit too bright or a little bit too sharp or a little bit too floral, pair patchouli with it to kind of help ground it more.
So yeah, so let us know how you're using patchouli.
Yeah.
You know, if you have any great aromatherapy combos, things you use in the diffuser with patchouli.
It's not one we think to use very often. We're not like, oh, patchoulis, but I'm definitely going to try more now.
Yeah.
So.
And then next time we get to talk about a super popular one, right?
Yes, peppermint. So if y'all have questions about peppermint, because it's one that's one of the most popular used ones, one of the ones people use most. But if you got anything in particular that you've just been wanting to know about peppermint, let us know and we'll address that next week.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Bye.